Once again, welcome to all of you dear students. Today the topic which we are going to discuss are variables and comments in Java programming language. So let us begin with the variables in Java. What is a variable? Whenever you declare any variable, that variable stores a value of particular type. So what is a variable? It's a container which holds the value while Java program is executed. So value may be of any data type. For holding that value, you need to declare a variable. It is assigned with data type and it has two types, that is final variable and static variable. So what is a final variable and what is a static variable, that we are going to see. All the Java variables must be identified with unique names. In a single program, if you declare two variables with same name, then it will generate the error. Compiler will give you an error. So you have to give unique name for every variable. So what is a variable? It's the container that holds the value of particular type. Every variable will have a specific data type and every variable's name will be unique. The variable can be final or variable can be static variable. Variables are called as identifiers, or the unique names given to variables are called as identifiers. We have already studied in previous lecture. The identifiers can be class names, variables names, methods names. So here name of the variable is called as identifier. The next topic is final variables. The type of the variable, that is final variable. Whenever you declare the constant whose values cannot be changed, that constant is called as final variable. In Java, the constant is declared as final float pi is equal to 3.142. This is an example. Here, the value of pi, that is 3.142, it is the constant value and hence it is declared with the keyword final. So whenever you want to declare the constant, you have to use the keyword final. It must be initialized and once initialized it cannot be changed. The final variable's value will always be constant and at the time of declaration it must be initialized and later on in the program it cannot be changed. A final local variable that has been declared but it, it is not yet initialized. This is called as blank final. What does this mean? Like in example, it's given there final int blank final. This is one variable which we have declared in the program, and at the time of declaration, blank final has not given any, or it is not assigned to any value. Later on, after declaration, on next line, the value given to that constant is 100. So what is a blank final? The variable which is declared, which is a final variable, but it is not immediately assigned at the time of declaration. Later on, it is assigned to particular constant value. This variable is called as blank final. So I hope you have understood the concept of final variable. What is the use of final variable? In a program, if you want to declare any constant value, then you have to use the type of the variable, that is final variable. The keyword used for declaring the final variables is final. Final, then data type, the variable name, and assign the value to that variable. The next topic or next type of the variable is static variable. You have already studied the concept of static variables or static members of the class in C++. In Java also we have the same concept. If you declare any variable and if that variable is having the scope of the class, that variable is a static variable. So class variables are also known as static variables. Why? Because they are declared with static keyword and they are declared in a class, not in a particular method or in a particular constructor or in a particular loop or block. They are outside of all these. They are outside of method, constructor or a particular code block. They are having the scope of the class and they are declared with the keyword static. Hence, they are called as static variables. Then what is the use of static variables? Instead of creating a separate copy for each variable of the class or each object of the class, instead of creating separate copy for each object of the class, the one copy of a variable is maintained for all the objects. That is called as static variable, or that is the use of static variable. Only one copy of each class variable per class regardless of how many objects are created from it. Say, let us say an example, suppose you have created 10 objects. So in all those 10 objects, only one copy of static variable is shared. There are not multiple copies of variables in all the 10 objects. And every object will have the same copy. Kindly note the word same copy, or only one copy of each class variable is created for a complete class for all the objects. So even though you have declared the 10 objects or you have created the 10 objects, in all those 10 objects, a single copy of class variable is shared. The static variable, it is created when program execution starts and it is destroyed when program execution stops. And whenever you want to access the static variable, it is accessed like given in the syntax class name dot variable name. Generally, whenever we want to access the member of the class, then we are using the object and using that object like object name dot member name. We are accessing the member of the class. Like suppose you have any variable, then how you are going to access that variable? Object dot variable name. If you want to call the method of a class, how you call? Object dot method name. But if that method or that variable is static, then how you can access? Class name dot variable name or class name dot method name. So static members are accessed using class name instead of object. This example include two members. One is the constant and one is the static variable. So at the beginning, if there is an import statement, import java.lang.star. This import is the basic import, whatever basic features are needed for a Java program. For those basic features, you need this import java.lang.star. Class name is employee. Inside that class, there is a comment. Salary variable is a static variable, and below that comment, one variable is declared, that is static doubles salary. Now this static doubles salary, this is the static variable having the scope of the class, or it is a class variable. After that, we have declared one more variable, that is department, and it is assigned to value HR. Then in main function, salary has given a value and values of department and salary are displayed. Now here, if you watch carefully, here department is the final variable, that means it is the constant. While declaring department, it is declared as static. Now why it is static? Because department variable is accessed in main function, and you cannot access non-static content in static function or static method. So if method is static, then you have to use the members which are static. So if you are not giving here department as static, then compiler will generate the error that non-static content is referred from static method or static function. Hence you have to declare the department constant as static variable. And we have already used one more static variable, that is static double salary. Salary having data type double, and that is the static variable. Now can you identify here the static variable is blank final variable. Now why it is the blank final variable? Because we have declared that variable and later on in the main function we have initialized it to particular value. So salary is declared and then it is initialized in the main function. Hence it is called as blank final. If you declare like static double salary is equal to and then 30,000, then this will be the static variable. It is not blank final. But here you have declared and then you have initialized, so it is the blank final variable. So I hope you have understood the concept of final variable and static variable. The next topic is comments in Java. Now what is the use of comment? For improving the readability of the code, for making the code more readable, and for giving the explanations in the Java code, you can make use of the comments. Comments are ignored by the compiler. That means what? At the time of compilation process, compiler ignores the comments. Comments are not the part of execution of the program. Those are just for giving the explanation of the code. There are three types of the comments in Java: single line comment, multi-line comment, and third type is Javadoc comment. What is the use of single line comment? For giving the information about the particular line in the code, you can make use of the single line comment. That means that comment will be in single line only. If you want to go to multiple lines while giving the information of particular code block, then you can use multi-line comment. What is the syntax of single line comment? As you have used in the C++ also, same syntax is carried in Java. You can use double forward slashes or two forward slashes while giving the single line comment. So here example is given. This is single line comment and system.out.println hello world. So before this code line, you can write the single line comment, or ahead of this code line you can write the single line code. Comment. Then multi-line comment, if you want to give the comment block, that means comment will go into multiple lines, then you can use multi-line comment. The syntax it's given here: any text which is enclosed in between these two symbols, then this is called as multi-line comment. So here in example, the code below will print hello world to the screen, and it is your first program in Java. These two lines are the lines in the comment, and after that the code line is given. The next comment is Javadoc comment. This Javadoc comment is used by the Javadoc tool for creation of the HTML documentation of that particular code. What is the syntax? See carefully: slash, then two stars, and then at the time of closing there is only one star, and then slash, slash, two stars, and at the time of closing there is a single star and then slash. See here example is given. This is javadoc comment example. So this is javadoc comment. Now kindly note one thing. Comments are not nested in the Java. What is the meaning of this? Nesting, concept of nesting, you know that if you want to include one thing inside the another thing, the same thing inside the another thing, another same thing, then that is called as nesting. Here, comment cannot be nested. Means what? You cannot write comment inside the comment. That means suppose you have multi-line comment and you have begin the multi-line comment. So let's say for example, we go to the notepad. Say you are writing the multi-line comment like this. This is multi-line comment and close it. Now here suppose I am writing the symbol of multi-line comment and this multi-line will be in again comment block. Now here you see that at the beginning I have used a multi-line comment. At the end I have closed that multi-line comment, and in between these two slash and star symbols again I have used the multi-line comment. So this is not allowed in the Java. For this compiler will generate the error. So you have to remove this, and whatever you type in between these two symbols, that will be considered as comment. That may be hundreds or thousands of lines, and if you are writing in between these two symbols star and slash at the beginning and at the end, that will be considered as comment. And you cannot nest the comment, you cannot write comment inside the comment. Hence it is said that in Java comments cannot be nested. This is the example of javadoc tags. Now for javadoc tool there are multiple tags given. Some sample tags are given here. That means how to use the tags with javadoc tool and how to generate the HTML documentation. For that purpose, some sample tags are given here. So in this code, the first tag is version. Whatever value you are giving in front of that version, it will give the information about that particular version. Then author is used for giving the information about the author, @author, and in front of that you are giving the value of author. And see the syntax. This is javadoc comment. So slash two stars and at the end again star and slash. So in this javadoc comment we have used two javadoc tags. One is the @version and another one is the @author. Then there is a public class myClass. This code will be saved using the name myClass because the class name is myClass. There is one integer variable x. Below that again this is the javadoc comment construct object. So this is just giving the information that object is constructed here because this is the constructor. Public myClass, this is the constructor, and in that constructor the x is initialized to 0. After that, after constructor, one more javadoc tag is added, and what is that? @return. This accessor is giving the information that the next method, that is getx, this method is accessor method, and this method is going to return the value integer. Hence here at the rate return this tag is used, and what this tag is giving information, what is the return value of that method, and that is of type integer. Then method getX is written over here, and it is returning the value x. On the next line, one more javadoc tag is used, and that is at the rate parameter, that is param. And what information it is giving, it is giving the information about the parameter which is used in the function. So what is the function? Public void setx, and in that there is a new member, that is int new value, and that new member is assigning value to variable x. So here what is the use of parameter? At the rate parameter or at the rate param adds a parameter with a specified parameter name followed by description. That means here what is the name of the parameter? New value, and its description is given here, and that new value is assigned to variable x. So this parameter javadoc tag, this is giving the information of parameter which is used in this method. So if you want to generate the HTML documentation of this code, copy this code into the notepad file, and then what you can do, you save the code as what name you will give to the code. The code name, file name will be my class, extension will be .java. Why? Because in the code class used is my class, and on the command prompt you can give javadoc then class name .java. It will generate the HTML documentation. Let us see the execution of that code. Open the command prompt. Now I have already copied the same code into one notepad file. See, this is the same code which I have copied into the notepad file. The file name is myclass.java. While writing the code, you can use this indentation so that later on you don't have to work on the indentation of the program. And what it will do, it will improve the readability of your code. You can understand the code easily if it is properly aligned. So code is ready. Save the code, and what is the name? My class. So compile the code. Javac my class dot java. Code is compiled successfully because there is no error. Now you want to generate the HTML documentation. What you can do? You have to use the javadoc tool. Javadoc my class dot java. There is no error. That means the my class dot java is not having any error, and the javadoc has successfully executed. So where you can get that file? It will be stored into the location where the program is stored. That means it is in the same directory of the program. So I have saved it in C users and Shri. We'll go to that particular location. What is the name of the class? My class. So search that name. See here, myclass.html. Open that file. It is the Javadoc documentation generated for the my class. See here, class name is my class and it has a constructor that is my class. This line we have added into the code. This is the code which demonstrate Javadoc. See, if you observe the code carefully, this code demonstrates Javadoc and then version and author information is given. So here this code demonstrates Javadoc and it has one constructor that is my class. There are two methods, that is getX and setX. GetX is accessor and setX is mutator. That means getX is used for accessing the value, setX is used for assigning the new value, hence it is mutator. So this description we have added in the code, hence it is appearing in this part. See here, we have added this description, accessor and mutator. And if you want to go for the details, you can click on this getX. It is giving the information of getX and it is next part is giving information of setX. So this is the HTML documentation automatically generated using Javadoc tool, and there are number of tags used in the Javadoc tool. We have just used the some tags for demonstration purpose. So I hope you have understood the concept of Javadoc comment. So what topics we discussed today? Today we discussed about variables and comments. In variables, two types of the variables, final variable and static variable, and three types of the comments, single line, multi-line and Javadoc comment. And execution of Javadoc tool, how to generate the HTML documentation from Javadoc that we studied today. Thank you so much.